welcome back. I'm Caroline Best of the Tao of Horsemanship. This is Everything Horses and More channel. And this is my 2.5-year-old Blue. So wasn't that exciting to watch Blue handle a new experience? A loud one, a scary one. He didn't have me here. He did a little bit, but then I left and went to go talk to the driver, and he didn't have his other horses. And so this is his first experience handling that level of noise and stimulation. Good boy, I just need you not to get in front of the camera. And it's a perfect example of how you can take an overreactive, spooky horse and settle them immediately. Now granted, for those of you that don't know me in Blue, I've done very little work with him. He's only 2.5. So I've had him since he was 8 months old, and he understands how to be led, he understands many things, but I have not done any intense training with him, nor would I at his age. But I've done enough, I've given him enough education with consistency in the way we handle, so forth and so on. And relationships. So he knows a few things, like how to come here, how to be led, how to back up. And most of all, my relationship with him is very strong. Come here, Bibbs. So as I always say, a busy mouth is a busy mind. Busy feet are a busy mind. So let's see if we just can't get him to re-regulate even more. And I'm going to talk about that in this video. So this video is all about your spooky horse explained, how to turn your spooky into thinking calm and safe. And Blue could be a lot safer, don't get me wrong. He's still pretty unpredictable because of his age, his maturity level, and he just hasn't had a lot of consistent development, nor should he at this age. I want him to be a young horse. I really do. It's really important. But he has to know enough to be pretty safe. All your young horses do. Good boy. But what I mean by consistent education is I'm certainly not riding him. There's no way he's near ready to be under saddle, mentally or physically. If I wanted to break his spirit, maybe. And if I wanted to damage his growth, perhaps. But no, that's not how we work here. And then we have his maturity level, which is different than his age. And so he's an extremely intelligent horse. Perfect for trick training, picks up, doesn't forget a thing, very curious, very playful, but he's very immature. He's what I call a late bloomer. And how do I know that? Because of his play drive. That's pretty much the number one, his play drive. And that's part of his maturity level. He will never outgrow his play drive, nor will I beat it out of him or break his spirit. I want him to always have a play drive. But as he gets older and we work more and more together, he'll understand when it's appropriate with me and when it's not. What he does in his own time is up to him. So that play drive is pretty much the number one factor to determining the maturity level in your horse. And it's mostly found in geldings, the males. You won't see a high play drive in your most of your females, except for Lovey, my other thoroughbred. She's an exception. There's always exceptions to the rule. So what is a spooky horse? We talk a lot about this type of behavior and brain chemistry or nervous system in a lot of our other videos. And I've had some of my students have been asking me, Caroline, can you dive in a little bit deeper? And so in some of our previous videos where we talk about the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system, we explain, or I explain in detail in those videos about when they're in their sympathetic, which is their instincts and their survival, and then when they are in their parasympathetic, which is in their thinking, calm, and relaxed state. But today we're going to dive in a little bit more and talk about some other areas that are equally important to understanding why our horses are so reactive by nature and everybody's unique, so some are more reactive than others. And of course, they bring their own learned behaviors and experiences into this, which are called triggers, past memories. Keep in mind that this video is a snippet of the full length that you can find in my Everything Horses and More video library. And so I brought Sabrina in just to give kind of a testimony, because she's not only my camera girl and my right-hand girl with everything, she's also learning this way with her horses. And you gave a great example with your weekend.
Yeah.
You were just talking about your daughter's thoroughbred,
Yep.
Pistol.
Pistol, that's, yep, off the track. So when she first arrived with us, she was like, "Love!" all over the place.
Yes, times 10.
Yes, yes. And my daughter has taken her and made her into a barrel horse.
Mm-hmm.
And
But wait, this is beautiful too. Like, they go slow, you guys. Like, Pistol is the only off-the-track thoroughbred, or probably the only horse that can go to a show, a barrel racing show, on a loose rein, and totally take care of her daughter and be connected through relationship.
Yes.
While the other horses are rearing and they're spazzing out, and we know a lot of us don't, we've got some negative connotations with barrel racing.
Yep, absolutely. It's beautiful because she's almost like in that, what's the word that you use when she's just like,
Endorphin.
endorphin, thank you.
The horses.
Yes.
So now you're able to take her into the round pen, and instead of her like being
Yes.
all strung out and spooky and reacting because of the adrenaline when you ask her to move, she's now lowering her head.
She is in a walk, which she's never done before. She was always very
Relaxing.
high. Yep, she's relaxing. She's walking.
Yes. And what happened when she spooked? She gave one little spook,
That's
you
correct.
said.
So we were walking around in a round pen, and where my round pen is, there are woods right next to it, and I reckon she heard an animal running or something like that, and she spooked, and her head got high, her tail went up, and she started circling, and all I had to do was just ground myself like you've taught me. I put it in my hand, and I was just like, come. And she stopped, she looked, and then she lowered her head and she walked up towards me, and she was with me the whole time.
So this is so cool, because Sabrina has become this horse, all of her horses, safe place.
Yes.
I'm Blue's safe place. So think of how this is going to translate when you go to ride in everything you do.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. Thank
Yes.
you.
Oh,
thank you,
thank
love.
you.
Yay, it's exciting. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's it. And that's all I have to say about how to turn your spooky horse into a calm, thinking, safe horse. Thank you, guys. May you always be one with your horse. And this video is a snippet. Don't forget, you can find the full-length training video in my Everything Horses and More video library.